Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream. I'm very, very, very happy to have you all here. And I'm very, very lucky to be joined by these beautiful people tonight. This is my channel here. There's no rhyme or reason to it. So if you are new here, follow or don't. It's fine. But I would really like to introduce you to this beautiful game that we're going to play called When the Sun Dies. Finding Joy at the End of Everything is a game that's available on itch right now. It was written by the beautiful and wonderful storyteller Envy Dare, who is gracious enough to share their story with us as the GM tonight. Like, how rare and beautiful to get to play a game GM'd by the person who wrote it. It's just a beautiful experience, and I'm just so blessed to be able to have that tonight. Um, and so I would like you all to meet everybody here if you have not met them already. So why don't we start with Dare? Dare, tell us who you are and how cool you are.
Hi, I'm Dare. I wrote this. That's a wild sentence to say sometimes. Hi everyone. I'm Dare. You can find me on Twitter and TikTok at NBDare, ENBYDARE. Pronouns any, just he, less on the he, more on the other ones. I'm really excited for everybody here to play this game. And I will popcorn it over to Wally.
Y'all, it's me, well, your favorite non-binary slime best friend on the internet, who will, if you give me your Steam name, I will buy you a copy of your game, of your favorite game that you really want to play. I am looking very forward, excited to play this game because, you play a lot of TTRPG games that are very like high fantasy and sci-fi. Sometimes you just want to play a nice little cozy game. That's why I'm looking extra cozy today when I'm on this stream for this. So I'm looking forward to this. And I'm going to pass it on over to my favorite person, Gnome.
Oh, heck, what's up, I don't know. What's up, everybody? My name's No. Pronouns he, him. I do stuff on the internet, on anywhere that says it's nomadic, and I'm super stoked to play this game because it's just like, first off, support indie creators for starters, and then it's a game about the end of the world. I Is fantasize the right word? I don't know. I think about the end of the world a lot. So I'm excited to see how this goes. And how about we'll popcorn it over to my favorite person. Diane. No, I'm
Thanks,
just
Gnome.
kidding.
Thanks, Gnome. Thanks, Gnome. I'm so glad you're passing it back over to me. That is your flawless passing. But you know what? I already did my introduction. So
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Yeah. My apologies. I just, Eris. So, who are you?
You know what? Since I'm the only one that hasn't gone yet, I'll just go just as like a default, like, yeah. Hi, I'm Eris Savant, pronouns are she, her. I make things like jewelry and tabletop accessories. You can find the things that I make at erisavad.com. You can find me on all the places as either Stitched by Eris or Eris Savad.
Yay! And these are my lovely friends. I am Diana or Dylan, and I also go by any pronouns. More on the she and he, and they use sparingly. And I am gonna pass the mic control. I'm passing the conch shell to Dare to take us on this journey.
All right. For starters, as I like to do whenever I am involved with this game, I like to just straight up read out the disclaimer that I wrote. This is a game about the end of the world. There's no way to save it, reverse it, or magically find a new planet. I say that not to gatekeep people, but to assure them that this, be prepared for what will happen emotionally. This is a game in which it always will start very fun, and eventually tears will happen by the end of it if I'm doing my job right. So I want to let people know, do not feel bad if you are not in the headspace to deal with this. That is totally okay. VODs exist for a reason. You can always come back to it later. Please take care of yourselves. If you are watching, drink some water. Make sure, stay hydrated. Relax. It's going to be a cozy time, but I just like to let people know. But yeah, I guess we can just sort of start off if everyone's feeling ready. Okay, we will open right here. So the year is 2021. The sun is going to explode. There's nothing you can do about it, so you might as well have some fun. We open on the morning of about 3 days till the world ends. 4 friends have all just slightly. In fact, what's the order of who gets out of bed first? Who wakes up?
Jake,
It's a fun-
Jake, are you up? Are you up like obnoxiously early?
I feel like because Jake goes on to shift, right? Early, at the ass crack of dawn, that Jake's just up. Jake's, it's like 4 or 5 in the morning, and Jake's the one that makes all the coffee for everybody and, kind of does some of the chores, maybe does a little working out. Jake's the person I wish I was, I think is how this is going to be. So yeah, Jake's just got his shit together in the morning. Yeah, he's up.
It is a fall morning in the Catskill Mountains. It is that beautiful time where the leaves are just turning orange and yellow, but they haven't quite started to fall yet. Sort of letting you know a chilling winter would be on the horizon if winter was a thing that'd be on the horizon this year. But better years, better winters. Who is the next person to wake up?
That would be Kyra. Kyra wakes up not quite as crack of dawn, but relatively early in the morning, does her exercises and gets ready for her short ballet practice before her shift at the coffee shop. She works at a coffee shop, sure.
I'll just keep it moving. And who's waking up next?
I think
Then I think it's Oliver actually wakes up at this point.
really. Oh, okay.
That is when Oliver wakes up. After the first 2 people get up and do, like, after the early morning people do their thing, that's when Oliver wakes up. And what he does is he like shuffles out of his room, like wearing whatever like sleep pants and shirt that he wore going into his room that night. He wears that the next day, that morning. And he shuffles out of his room, goes to the kitchen, grabs a cup of coffee, and just loads it up with like Dunkin' Donuts creamer and just drinks it all right there, and then heads back into his room. And you don't see him for another 3 or so hours.
Okay, that tracks now. Now I get it. Yeah. And Shane rolls out of bed in this. I imagine we're in like a cabin of some kind. We're like on a camping trip. Shane rolls out of bed in the clothes that he wore yesterday and is gonna go into the kitchen and grab that cup of coffee like it was the Grail and just kind of inhale deeply and chug it.
Wonderful. So everyone is awake. You all have one game plan, which is simply make it back home. I have a question on who wants to begin sort of the opening group scene that we start, and who is driving is also a fun question.
Ooh.
They all lived in the city. Who the fuck out of all of them has
That's
their
exactly. See,
license
that's
to
the
drive?
thing. If they all live in this city,
Oh yeah, I got a car and it's big. It's big. It doesn't fit in the city because I like to live wild.
You've got like an expedition or something. Like
Yeah.
it's just obnoxiously big.
Everyone in
also,
New
like,
York hates me.
but it's also spray painted, so it looks like it has like a face on the side.
Yeah, yeah.
There's
this.
flames on the side and everything.
Yeah, but hey, no one was complaining when we, get our camping trip and we don't have to take like a 2 transfer, like many hour train ride, huh?
This is very true.
Huh?
This
Yeah.
is incredibly true.
Yeah. So, fuck, guys. What do we want to do?
Um, Oliver is like shuffles out of the room and like just flops in a chair, and he's like, "So are we going now, or were we planning on like waiting a bit?"
I mean, spectacular question. I mean, what do we wait for? I mean,
Traffic.
I don't see that getting better. Or maybe it will. I don't know, actually. I've never gone on a road trip at the end of the world.
If you would like to roll, you can see
Ooh.
how traffic will be. It will be
Ooh.
1d6.
Ooh, can I make the rolls? And so can I make the
Yeah,
roll?
yeah.
Okay, so I just roll 1d6.
Yep.
Ooh, I got a 6.
All right. So, what was your ideal for traffic? Do you want no traffic or a lot of traffic?
So, it's definitely since they're going back into the city and it's the end of the world. Oliver thinks it's definitely going to be easy traffic because everyone's trying to get out and they're trying to go back in.
And you're right. Yeah, a lot of people, the people have known the world was ending for roughly a year. A lot of people have already been getting their moving out or going to go visit people, going to go spend time with their families. So a lot of the people who normally live here, who live far away from home, have left. So you are actually going to have a pretty good time getting back into the city. It will be nice.
Well, Shane, you know what they say, right? Being the fact that the world has been foretold that the world was going to end in about a year ago, exactly 3 days ago from today, that the world was going to end a year ago. And what we're getting close to the end of that year. That being said, it is kind of proven scientific fact that, once the animals and the birds are the first ones to escape from the major society focal points, such as large major cities, humans will be the next one to do the same thing. That's why you've been seeing a huge exodus of a lot of people fleeing cities left and right. And well, us being the unique thinkers that we are, we decided to drive back into the city as everyone is leaving this city within 3 days, which kind of confuses me, because why would you want to leave a city when the sun is going to blow up? Everyone is going to get blown up.
Yeah, that didn't make sense to me either, but I didn't realize you were such a scholar on the end of the world situation. I'm kind of relieved that one of us is.
I mean, I think about this thing a lot, totally odd situations, the chaotic situations, someone's got to be prepared for that. I mean, everyone's prepared for floods and hurricanes. I mean, I'm going to be prepared for what if the dinosaurs living beneath the Earth's surface decide to rise up because they're tired of how humanity's been treating it?
Yeah, I almost would have preferred that.
Mm-hmm.
Now that
you got a bug out bag for that?
I feel like there's a way out of that situation.
Totally
we could
is.
side with them. In the revolution.
Yeah. Side with them.
I absolutely would turn my back on humanity in a second.
Oh boy, right. Side with them. You better start doing what I do and start freezing your blood now than injecting it so you can pass off as a cold-blooded.
Hey, not to worry. It doesn't matter anyways after today.
Point, Kira.
Yeah.
Sorry, Aris, is it Kira or Kyra?
Kyra.
Kyra.
I like Kira better though, so we'll say Kira.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Here you go.
For this character I've known 5 minutes, Kira sounds better. It's great.
Shane is just like, in this situation where we're all a little exacerbated and in disbelief about this, kind of being really, really real. I look over to try to get a vibe on Jake because he hasn't said anything yet. And I want to see how he's doing.
I feel like Jake has kind of been like in and out of the conversation. He's loading up the car as if things are normal, right? He's got everybody's bags, that they should have already had packed if they hadn't been packed. The stuff staying. Not that it matters though, right? The world is ending. But Jake kind of like looks over to Oliver. It's like, bruh, like, you sure you had your coffee this morning, or like, do you need another cup? Because that is some wild vibes you were sending off, bruh.
Well, I mean, look, end of the world, right? I mean, anything goes at this point. I mean, not everything goes. I mean, I'm not going to be out there doing crimes or anything. Just anything goes, right?
Yeah. Anything
That's what you got.
does
yeah.
go.
Yeah.
So,
Shane,
bro,
I feel like you're thinking about doing crimes, bro.
well, yeah. Well, like, not like mean ones. Like,
You gonna like jaywalk, bro?
we live in New York City. There's no jaywalking is an imaginary crime. That is, but, all right, wait, let's start small. But I do think we should really lean into this anything goes concept, like just for the next couple of days, because then it's over. But what is the last thing Jake was packing into the car?
Maybe like the boombox.
All right.
Probably like the boombox.
I'm gonna just like wait. Just leave the boombox. Just leave it. Right on the ground.
It's a boombox.
Yeah,
Shane.
why?
Why not? Let's just
Because I want to listen to music in the car.
my
like
car
all of
has
us
a
too.
stereo. We're not gonna play music on the boombox inside the car.
You don't know? We're like definitely hipsters, bro.
Well, that's why I have my USB compatible record player plugged into the stereo of the
sick.
car.
Sick, yeah.
It skips constantly, but
That's what gives it. That's what gives those jams like flavor.
yeah, all my records are
exquisite.
wrecked. Totally
Oh my
wrecked.
gosh.
But it's authentic, man. Authentic.
I mean, if you do have your plug-inable USB record player for the car, I suppose we can leave this really cool boombox here.
maybe we'll put on some good music for like the birds and stuff. They deserve a little party at the end.
What
Birds
kind
do
of
deserve
music do birds like?
Foul music.
Kira gives you a high five. And says, "Oh, I forgot to do something." And I pull out my phone and I put out a post on social media, Pick Your Poison, that says, If you had a crush on me, you waited too long. Ah ha 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 ha, bitches.
That's a very stellar move. I'm mad that I didn't think about it. Very mad.
Yeah, that's choice. It's choice, Kira.
Thanks. Well, I mean, she tosses her long brown hair and says, well, there's nothing you can do about it now. Ha ha. My last tweet should be funny, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah, there's a
Oh,
lot of
shit.
doom scrolling this past year, and I think you are onto the right thing.
What
I mean-
what's before y'all post? Like, what's your last post? Now I gotta go like make some profound brain type post, dude. Damn, dude, that Kira, that's mad smart.
And you see a picture that Oliver just posted of a picture of Oliver just doing this, and you three are in the background, and he's just doing this, and it says "sup"
While we're having this
conversation.
conversation.
Exactly. Like while you're having a conversation, you see him in the background taking a picture, and he tweets that in the last minute. That's the last thing he tweets. And it already blew up. It already has like 10,000 retweets already.
Shane tweets. Shane, his last tweet is he takes a screenshot of his calculator app on his phone. It says boobs. And he posts that.
You just hear like that as Jake is like writing this long message of like be good to each other, be good to yourselves. The world may be ending, but you will forever live on in the hearts of whoever finds the last remnants of mankind. Just keep being good, do your best, never give up, and never surrender. Just like bullshit shit like that.
Oliver is the first to reply with first. He just replies with first.
I think-
Okay.
Oh.
So are we gonna go or?
Yeah, I guess that's it. I will.
Oh, so
I hit
mean-
play on the boombox, and then I get into the driver's seat.
wait, what song is playing?
Sail.
Just what birds love to hear.
There are a lot. To me, it's a prank on the birds because there are so many YouTube videos of birds failing to fly correctly or like flying into windows on YouTube to that song. I like to think that they know that and that they
I
know
am
they're
here
being
for this,
dragged
though.
right now.
It's like you forever made an enemy of nature in the last 3 days of survival.
Oh my. As you're all beginning to pull out and drive, I guess the first question is who wants to take the very first scene? It can be sort of anywhere in the stretch of drive. Feel free to just think of any sporadic idea, whether it's stopping at a fast food joint or anything like that, or a little rest area.
I have one. I want to do. I on our drive and maybe some of you know it, but there is something that has colossally pissed me off to no end for the entire duration of my existence on this planet. And it is on the way from the Catskills to New York City. It is a cell tower that has been poorly disguised as a tree with like 4 ugly tree branches glued to the top of it. And so I pull off there. There's like a little station. And I pull the car over and I don't say anything. And I just get out of the car. And I look up at it. And I say, I'm getting rid of that. This is going before I do.
Wait, what do you mean?
How?
What? What do you mean get rid of it?
I mean that this fake tree has been pissing me off for 34 years. And I'm not dying before it dies. I'm taking it down. And I'm going to look to see if I can climb up the like service ladder. And I'm going to take like our camping tools. I'm going to hack those fake ridiculous looking branches off of this thing.
Roll 1d6.
Thank you. A 3?
That is a complicated success.
Okay.
So you can absolutely do it, but it may not work as well as you intend.
Okay. So my idea is to climb up there and hack these bad branches off. They are like if someone stuck the branches of Wally's Christmas tree to a giant telephone pole. That's what this thing looks
Wow,
like.
just like, first of all, calling out my Christmas tree right here on God's internet.
Well,
Do you?
I think you can get about half of it done before you drop some stuff, and it gets a lot harder.
okay. As I'm starting to get harder to stay up there, I am also not interested in dying any sooner than I have to, so I will climb down. And thank you for the gift subs, Gabe. You're a lovely human being. Yeah, so I'll come back down, and as I come back down to the rest of the group, I say, all right, I couldn't do it the whole way, but now it looks like extra
Yeah,
mangled.
bruh, you jacked it up.
I jacked it up.
Like real
I did.
proud of you, bruh.
Yeah.
Real proud.
Well, it had no right to be disguised as a tree.
Well,
Looks
it
like a
extra
Charlie-
doesn't look like a tree now.
Yeah. Like
It
if
looks
it's
like a Charlie Brown Christmas tree right now.
I'll take that. I just feel like if you're gonna be a telephone pole, look like a telephone pole. Why were we trying to trick people into think it was a tree? It doesn't make any sense. It didn't succeed at that. And I hate it. And I'm glad it's somewhat gone.
Well, you
How
know
loud
that-
was this conversation
Oh,
happening?
oh.
Loud, I'm yelling, I think.
Okay. I think what you see are a couple of like 18-year-old, like bored looking, they would have been in college kids who are just listening, who are just like, you know what? I can't stand that thing either. I'm sick of it. It's just stupid. So can we help? They're scrawny, definitely just have like short little faded haircuts. Definitely have just been sort of spending this year backpacking around.
Yeah. I mean, if you have like knives or flare guns or real guns. I don't know. Like, I think we could really take the rest of those branches out.
I mean, this telephone pole isn't really connected to anything. What if we just took the entire pole down?
Ugh. Kids being smarter than me is something I never really got used to. But yes, yes, that would work.
These kids have a terrible little pickup truck. It is about the pickup truck is absolutely older than them, and they just have a little winch attached to it. And they're like, "You step on the gas, we'll make sure it's nice and attached. Let's see if we can bring this thing down."
You in?
This-
And I point to my
this
friend.
It's not a good idea, bros. Bros, this is terrible.
Yeah,
idea.
I'll
Someone's gonna
take-
get hurt.
Here, I'm gonna take your car away from here so that it doesn't fall in your car so we can still get back to the house. Because I want to snuggle Snowball one more time.
Yeah, of course. No, we're definitely getting back home. Thank you,
Totally doing
Kira.
this. We're totally do it, Shane. We're doing this, Shane. Shane, what is this? This is an affront to you and mankind.
It is.
You deserve to get rid of this thing right now, no matter what Jake says.
That is very true. Although, Jake, don't you just kind of want to like take a hacksaw to a piece of government property? Like, have you never wanted to do that?
I work for the government. No, bro. Not particularly.
Not
Damn.
anymore.
Look, bro, I respectfully cannot stop you from doing this. But I want to be supportive. So how can I support you in this, bro?
How
If
you
this is the last thing that you want to do, how can I support you?
look, there's a very good chance that I get dinged up. Do you still have your kit with you?
Yeah, it's in the car.
All right. So, if I do get dinged up a little bit, just make sure I'm nice and yeah, I'm patched. It doesn't have to be good. Like, you don't have to like do stitches or anything like that, but I don't know, give me some gauze or something.
All right, sick. I can do that. Just be safe.
Okay.
Right. Let's roll another d6.
Okay. 5?
All right, 5 is a complete success. So, yeah, the two kids are sort of hanging off the back of the truck as you are flooring it. And it takes a second, but you just feel it give more and more and more, slightly cracking more and more as it eventually just topples over. There is just a nearby abandoned pickup truck that just the telephone pole completely falls through, flattens.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a nice mess. And the kids just sort of applaud you, and they're just like, that was good. We've just kind of been going breaking stuff for the last year, so that's one of the good ones. So like, good on ya. And they just are sort of hanging out for a little bit.
Sweet. Oliver, tweet this, and I like get the kids around in front of the corpse of the telephone pole and and pose in front of it, arms around the children's
Okay. I take a picture of it, but I'm actually taking a picture of myself as a selfie in front of the telephone pole with the telephone pole, and I tagged it saying, "LOL, this pole fell over."
I'm loving Oliver's journey through tweets. Are we ready to move on to the next scene? All right, does anyone have one in there? Anyone have one ready?
We got to take bros in Brodette. We need a I gotta take a leak. Can we pull off at this rest stop?
Oh, sure, man.
Yeah.
I know how to drive.
Have we just been taking turns teaching Oliver how to drive?
I mean, there's no one else on the road. It's finally the perfect time.
Yeah.
Yes.
If not now, when?
Yeah. And I just like kind of slide into the parking lot and I do like a circle for a bit before coming to a stop.
So, oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I think you're getting the hang of it.
Thank you. I mean, it's not gonna matter much, so I think I just do as many sick tricks as I can and pass it off as learning for driving, but you know. I mean, as long as I know how to make the car stop and go, so I figure, right?
Yeah, why not?
Jake's gonna hop out of the car and note that there is a what did we call it? A Mickey Daniels?
A McDaniels, yes, a Mickey Daniels.
There's a Mickey Daniels here. And yo, bros and brodette, like if this is gonna be the end, right? There's like one thing I've kind of always wanted to do. You ever just wanted to like really have it your way?
Always.
Yeah, I think I just want to build like the ultimate Big Mac.
This is the best idea you've ever had.
I say you do it.
You're at the right place. You know, Mickey Daniels, their motto is have it your way.
I mean, Mickey Daniels is a fantastic restaurant that has fantastic meals such as the Big Mac, the quarter, the eighth a liter. They have amazing Papa Frites, and some chicken globs. I love me some chicken globbers.
Yo, the chicken globs,
I could eat like 20 chicken
bro.
globs.
Like you pull the lever and it just like
Yeah, I could eat
out, and then
20
you
of
toss
those.
it in the fryer. Oh,
I could eat 20 of those right now.
well, let's
20
go.
chicken globbers.
Let's make us some food.
All right, yeah, let's go.
Don't forget the fried fish fritters.
Oh, we're gonna get some fried fish fritters. Yeah, those too.
You can't forget the fried
Can't forget
fish
those. Can't forget
fritters. The fried fish.
All right.
Can't forget those.
You walk inside the Mickey Daniels, and there are just a couple of once again bored, unamused, like mid-20s kids just kind of sitting smoking. There's already just a bunch of things that shouldn't be on the grill already on it. Like they're cooking like ribs. There's a whole brisket back there. They have like made they're baking, and like there's not facilities for that, but they somehow are just like trying to make mock baking out of everything. They're having a good time, and they're just like, hi, why are you here? We're like,
I would like your largest cup, please. Can I have your largest cup?
yeah, sure. And they just like throw you two.
I take the cup and I go over to the soda fountain machine and I just go to each one of them. I fill it up and I just take a long sip.
Ah,
And
is
as
that
I'm
like
taking a
even
sip,
good, bro?
As I'm taking this sip, there's like a little kid just looking at me with like a look of like, you can do this?
Kira's standing behind you with the other cup, like,
I'm just taking a long sip. He's like, this tastes horrible, but hey, end of the world, right? Oh no, this is really bad. This is a mistake. And he goes over and sits down with this gigantic cup of this that he made and just like suffers and drinking in silence.
All right, Jake, what's on this abomination burger?
Oh shit. Is like the website still available? Can you like build your own on the website?
I just knocked down the nearest web tower, so I don't know.
I don't think it is up anymore.
Oh shit! Well, I guess I can't order anymore, broskies. Let's see. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and step up to the countertop, right? Because like that's the polite thing to do. Is there anybody working?
Yeah, there's like one
Who's
of
working?
there
Who's
there
spending
is a
their
girl there
last
who she's
days?
like, let's say 23, and she's just smoking a fat one. Who she is
Nice.
just chilling. She's like, hey, like you can just walk back here. I don't care. I don't paydays in 4 days. I kind of don't care. I'm just here because like there's nothing better to do. Just kills a few hours I run into weird people. But like it's just hop back in here. I'm not cooking for you today.
Oh, if that's the case, I mean, I'm gonna hop back there, give me some
Yeah.
pommes frites, and I hop over the counter to get me some French fries because it's called pommes frites though at Mickey Daniels.
Definitely, that's definitely what they're called. But like, I can I ask you a question? Do that like, does the frosty machine work?
Oh, yeah, no, it's always worked. We just said that we didn't feel like making them because they take a little too long, especially in
I
like rush
knew
hour.
it.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, no,
The-
like
the-
it's perfect.
Jake beelines for that, right? And just like is looking around for something and there's like just containers and stuff all over the place. And he's gonna look over to Kira like, don't judge me, and put his mouth underneath the nozzle and just yank that thing, yank the handle and get some of that good soft serve just right in his mouth, like
I take a picture of it and I tweet it with a quote that says, "You're doing it, Peter. You're doing it."
Sweet hook reference, Oliver.
Classic.
Thanks for that.
That was just for you. That was for you, Shane.
Thanks.
Yeah, do you want to make anything in particular? Because the kitchen is yours. There's extra ingredients that normally would not be here.
I think that was, I don't think anything can beat getting soft serve just straight from the nozzle. I don't think anything in the world could beat that for Jake.
Can confirm.
All right. Does anyone have another does everyone have a scene?
I totally have a scene, and I want to do that scene.
Okay.
Yes.
So yeah, while you were doing donuts, and just sort of like practice driving, the roads have been extra empty, so you've been able to just sort of cut loose. You hear an obnoxiously loud muffler as you see a sort of muscle car pull up to you. And you see just sort of a like really well muscled, like bald guy just sort of show up. Yeah.
Oliver sticks his head out of the window and like he like tries to roll it down halfway but gets stuck midway. It's like, shit. So
Nice moves.
thank you. I'm a total expert at what I do. I'm a really
Want to
good
prove
driver.
that?
What, by doing more donuts? Because I can do that.
Race.
What would my friends say? You see a little like Jake appear on one shoulder. You should do it, Oliver. You're the best driver in the world. And then a Shane appears on his other shoulder. I agree, Oliver. You're the best driver in the world. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Yeah, sure. Let's go.
You racing in that?
I mean, am I not supposed to?
He like just sticks his hand out the window and snaps, and a tow truck with like two other muscle cars is sort of arriving, sort of they were waiting on cue. I keep extras.
So I'm driving in the tow truck or
The muscle cars.
Oh, got it. Okay. Quick question. Why do I have to use those cars?
Oh, I mean, if you think this one will do the job, you don't have to.
Oh, I think this one's going to be just great with it. I feel like I'll be doing just fine with this because when I'm driving He pulls that shades from his pocket. I'm driving with family.
The one of the rear windows rolls down and Jake pops his head out. He goes, "Fuck yeah, Oliver's gonna crush you, bro." Slowly rolls the window back up.
Jake? I'm conflicted because this is my car, but I am very proud of you right now, Jake.
I'm here to support my bros.
Yeah.
Brodettes.
All right, I'll allow it just because Jake surprised me just now. Go for it, Oliver.
What about you, Kira? I mean, you're gonna be in this. You're in this. All this also.
Well, I mean, why the heck not? I've never been in a car race before.
Here we go,
Okay.
guys. We're gonna do just fine because, like I said, we got family on our side. And when you drive with family, just as foretold in the ancient scriptures that I follow as my religion every single Sunday, the Fast and the Furious saga 1 through 9. I will be preaching a sermon later on about, Tokyo Drift and how it's the greatest high school anime movie later on, but that's another end of the world, right? You're not gonna hear it. But I did write an amazing video essay about it, and it's on my YouTube channel, so you should check that.
Oliver, quick question.
Yeah.
You keep saying that we race as a family.
Right.
Are we going in the car with you for this race?
Yeah.
Literally?
Yes. I
Great.
figured that's what racing with family means.
No, just making sure I had the interpretation right.
I mean, unless you mean like how the movies say in the metaphorical sense that I race with the bonds of my family who are on the sidelines and I keep them in my heart with me as I go peeling down the track at 88 miles per hour. They could easily have a spin out and crash into the guardrail and totally have a bad injury. But no, I can see what you mean.
All right. I'm in.
Roll me
Jake has
D6.
put a CD in the CD player.
It's a
and
record
hooked it up.
player, Jake. It's
Oh, it's a record. It's a record.
Infinitely worse.
Okay. Flipping through the vitals, Jake, we're gonna rewind that, pulls out a perfect single. It's definitely a 45. Puts it in and moves the arm and needle over, and you just hear, "If you wonder and you know how they live in Tokyo, if you seen it, then you mean it, then you know you have to go Fast and Furious!" It just like cranks.
Oh my gosh. So Oliver is so ready now. So he pulls up and he like looks over at the muscle car and revs the engine a couple of times, but it doesn't do a lot of revving because it's still just a big old truck. That's all it is. He revs the engine a couple of times, nods to them, and rolls the window up.
All right. Roll me a D6.
Oh boy.
Oh, I really want you to succeed here.
I got a 5.
That's a success. You do it. Now, I have a question.
Yep.
Are you going to race a clean race, or does family mean Mario Kart Double Dash rules to you?
Oh,
Because you
Mario
have
Kart Double
people-
Dash rules, 100%. And so, like, as we're
Absolutely what I was
driving,
hoping.
right? As we're driving, like we're peeling alongside this guy, I look back at the others and said, "Remember what I said? You drive a family, right? Well, in this family, we play Mario Kart." And he presses a button, opens up the hatch of the back door, and he looks over at like the all the stuff we've been buying, all the stuff we thought we were going to use for camping, and says, "Throw some blue shells at him, guys." And as I'm driving along, I try to peel up in front of them. I'm like, do it.
Kira pulls out of the one of the bags in the back some bananas and starts tossing them out the back.
All right.
I hurl a whole Frosty at their windshield like as we pass.
So, What starts as a tightly competitive race, neck and neck, almost hitting the point where you would be exchanging paint. Then truly a cacophony of just various items begins to slap the windshield of this car. And what you see happen is a slight spin out, a flip. The car lands on its upside down, explodes, and then after the race is finished, you see Dwayne Diesel walk up to you. And he just nods. It's a good race.
Roll down the window. Not. You're a Terminator, aren't you?
No, I'm just immune to explosions.
Got it.
If you didn't see the body, didn't happen.
Cool. All right. Nice job. I mean, any explosion you can walk away from, I guess, is a good one.
You said it.
Yeah.
Bro, do you need like medical attention? Because
No.
I'm not a doctor, but like.
I have the power of speed on my side. I'm immune. Not sagely.
Will you sign my bra?
Sure.
Kira just lifts up her shirt.
And he does.
Shane, after that, says, "Will you sign mine too?" And just pulls a bra out of a bag and hands it to him.
It's just
It's just him. It's not. It's another one of Kira's bras.
I'll absolutely sign that one as well.
Thank you. Just puts it into a satchel bag.
If you need a car, just look to the sky. I'll know.
Wait,
And a bus sort of like goes in front of him and then drives off and he's gone.
I feel like that guy's gonna survive.
I think so too. I think
I
if the sun
think-
explodes, he's the only one that will survive.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be fine.
Yeah,
Is that Jesus?
Like maybe.
maybe.
Whoa.
Kira, would you like to have a scene?
What is this game?
I think I did just have a scene.
If you do not want to have one for today, we can head to the sort of group scene at the end of the day and just go into the next one.
That's fine.
Alrighty. So, as the day ends, you are about a day's ride away from the city. If you're really booking it, you can be there. You can hit the city, but not quite your apartment by tomorrow. So, are you stopping for the night? Is somebody doing a night drive? I'm curious.
Motel, 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 motel.
Since
The
Oliver's
one,
driving,
you gotta have
Oliver-
the one with like the vibrating bed.
Oh, Oliver goes out of his way because he's driving right now. He goes out of his way to find the most kitschiest motel on the side of the road ever. It's like a motel that's 100% medieval times themed. Like everything about it is medieval times themed, but it really shouldn't be this well themed for like a seedy side motel. But oh my gosh, they are dedicated to this theme of medieval times.
Wally, is that from real experience? Because there
Yes,
was
it is.
absolutely one of those
Yes, it is.
near where I live.
There was when I
Like a
was driving, me and my
Squires
family
Inn or
was
something.
driving to Orlando, Florida from New York City. And one place we stopped was this medieval times side motel. And they had a Ferris wheel in the parking lot also. Yeah.
All right, you've made it to the medieval times motel. It is the end of the first day. Does anyone want to have any sort of conversations to bookend tonight?
As we're kind of like settling in, I tap Oliver on the shoulder and I say, I did something.
Why are you telling me? I mean,
Why am I
do you want me to
telling you?
hold your hand? Do
No.
you want me to hold your hand, or do you want me to walk you to the bathroom or something?
What? No. What? No. Gross. I did something and I want to tell you about it.
Oh, got it. What would you do?
Back at Mickey Fresh or whatever it was.
Mickey Daniels.
Mickey Daniels. Back at Mickey Daniels. I genuinely forgot what we called it. Back at Mickey Daniels. After we made all that gross, delicious junk food, I replaced all of the soda syrups with pickle juice.
Oh my gosh. That is like such an affront to mankind.
Yeah, I
It
feel pretty
really
good about it.
Well, I mean, end of the world, right? I mean, that's just one Mickey Daniels in the 20 billion that are across this entire nation. What's one Mickey Daniels with pickle flavor Coke gonna do with 2 days left of this planet, right?
Exactly. I feel like that's
Yeah.
going to be a really, like, weird surprise for someone. You know,
Well, it will
like, did
be.
they expect that? No.
I mean, no one really expects pickle flavoring. But I mean, unless they go out their way and they say, I don't want any pickles on my burger. That's why I say I don't want pickles, but I just don't like the taste of pickle flavoring. If I went to this Mickey Daniels and then suddenly pickled flavored happened, I would be very upset at this Mickey Daniels for a very long time and, ruin my entire day. So, yeah, this is a solid prank. It's a very solid prank.
Thanks. I quietly take out my prank notebook and the idea that says get Oliver to drink pickle juice accidentally, I scribble it out. No, not that one. Bad prank. I'll That's-
If everyone is good, the first day closes and the second one begins. Once again, I assume people awake in a very similar pattern to they did last time. Perfect. Is anybody in the mood for breakfast / would anyone make breakfast? There is a very old style like pot as almost to make like a morning stew, but not really traditional modern cookware. Keeping the theme.
Boy, do I love me some stew from a motel.
Me some good motel stew.
That motel mutton.
Gosh, I love it. Let's have some motel chowder, guys. Let's just some good motel chowder.
I'm going to roll for the quality of the ingredients / how it's prepared. It will be brought up to you. Since you're the only people here, they might give it extra care, or maybe they won't care at all. I got a 3. So the morning stew is actually going to be better than you think, but the bread will be stale.
I mean, that's okay. I mean, that's a good,
Better to scoop up
yeah.
stuff anyways. It's like it's
Yeah.
all good.
You will also notice there are horses, just sort of at the stables of this motel inn. Medieval inn. My apologies.
Guys, there's horses. Guys, there's horses. Guys, there's horses. Horses. Guys, horses. Right there.
I
Yeah.
just wanted to ride a horse. Can we go
How
ride
about-
horses?
How about we ditch
Yeah.
the truck? We ditch the truck and we ride horses all the rest of the way back.
Oh my gosh. Do you know how?
No, but I don't know how to drive and I got us here.
Yeah, but
That-
like, we gotta feed those things, broskies, and like take care of them.
We got a
and then they
whole
have to,
pot of
like,
stew.
poo.
Yeah. Share some stew with horses.
Horses eat stew, right?
Yeah. Horses love motel chowder.
You know what? Why don't we do a test drive of the horses before we fully ditch the car?
Oh yeah, like they do at like car dealerships. Do they have the same things at like horse dealerships where you can like
think they
test drive the
totally do.
horse and make
They
sure
totally
it's
do,
so
right?
it has all the features you want?
Is
Yeah.
there somebody tending to these horses, or are they just roaming about?
They're well cared for.
Okay.
They look incredible. Truly some of the strongest horses you've ever seen. People want to ride the horses?
Kira?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to approach one of the horses nicely. Kira has no idea what she's doing with the horse, because she grew up in the city. So she's going to look for any food around, see if they have like some feed out already. Maybe take a handful of that, and, like start going towards the horse and be like, "Hey, horsey, 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 you want to be friends?"
Give me a roll to see how well you and this horse, have a mind link.
3.
All right. So I think this is definitely a bit of a slow burn. Respect. This horse is a very good horse, but it's slow to trust. So it tentatively takes a little bit of the feed and even snarls at you a little, but it still lets you get on.
Okay, cool. All right. And so I'll kind of like try to climb up and be like, "Okay, now go."
So
Yeah.
I think a fun thing you missed upon getting here, because it was late. The Medieval Times Motel is famous for having award-winning racehorse. This is where they kind of retire. Someplace they say they go to a farm upstate. What they really mean is a Medieval Times Motel. So this horse moves. This is a quarter horse. It is a very fast one, and you are taken on a ride. But it is fast. It is blistering. You are blazing, going back and forth between woods, jumping over little logs, sort of darting in and out. There's the occasional car that you'll sort of see and you'll wave. And then you just sort of do a nice little circle back around. This is a good horse, a strong horse.
Kira looks absolutely exhilarated and also is kind of shaking when she gets back. And I say kind of, she's visibly shaking. And she says, "So I just realized this horse is very tall. And when it jumps, over that fence back there, it gets even taller."
So does it work?
Yeah, does the horse work?
Yeah. Can someone help me down?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah, everybody just reaches up to help get you down.
So, do we want to ride the car into the city, or do we want to ride the horses? Kira, I'll leave that to you.
Let's get in the car. That was exhilarating.
Okay, I get it. I totally get it. Absolutely. Plus, you can't plug a digital record player into a horse. That I know.
These horses you can't. Yeah, I'm certain about these horses you can't. And he gets into the car without like explaining himself.
Jake is just vibing.
Just bewildered. Like, it's a new day. There's only like 2 days left, right? Right, broskies? It's only 2 days left. And we're definitely at least not going to die from falling off a horse. So, like, sick.
Do you think we could put one of the horses in here? Like, at least middle seat it?
You want to, like, strap the horse to the roof?
No. No. I mean, like, in here with us, but, like, middle seat it.
I have an idea. Oliver, you drive,
Right.
and I, with absolutely unearned confidence, because I watched someone ride a horse 10 minutes ago, and I truly think, like, I know how to do that now. I definitely know how to do that. I'm
Vera
gonna
made it look really easy. She just got on the horse and the horse went.
Yeah, I'm gonna John Wayne myself up onto a different horse, but a horse.
I'm going to ask for 2 rolls. One from Shane, one for Oliver. Oliver, roll to see if you find a horse that could fit. Shane, roll for the ability for this to not go bad.
Thank you.
I got a 5.
I got a 4.
Okay. I'm going to start with Oliver's because yours is easier. You find, a little mini horse? There's a mini horse that comes with you. What is the name of this horse?
I look at this mini horse. He like gets down close to this mini horse, does like straight up how to train your dragon with it, like holds a hand out. The horse puts his hand on his hand. He looks at this horse. He's like, Keith, you're my friend now, Keith. And he puts a little like bridle on Keith and walks Keith to the van.
Okay, but you have to sit next to him.
Oh no, yeah, I'll sit next to Keith.
Okay.
Yeah, no, me and Keith are friends now. Jake, you better drive this time around because I need to sit with Keith, make sure he doesn't get too scared.
Yeah. We're doing it. We
And
fit a horse
I find
in a car.
I find a baby seat, and I put it in the back seat, and I put Keith in the baby seat.
I don't think a
Horse
pony is that
is
small.
this small. It's just
That's how
a
big
cartoon horse.
Tiny cartoon horse. Yes, it is.
It's a plush. It's one of the
We
souvenirs.
forgot to
from the
mention that
fucking
we
place.
are
Yes.
tripping balls right now.
Yes.
We forgot to say that.
It's a
Well, he
Shetland
does, like,
pony.
put
It's a
Keith-
mini horse. It could fit in fit in an SUV.
Yeah.
It's a kitten, y'all.
He
I
puts-
believe
just
in
picked
this
up a
horse.
kitten.
Puts Keith in the back of the SUV, presses his little hair, kisses his forehead, and sits in the back with Keith. Puts a seatbelt on Keith.
Keith has made a new friend, and we will return to Shane's adventure. So you hop on one of the horses, and very similar, it breaks off in a burst of speed that cannot be controlled. However, I think the unintended consequence of this one is the horses keep seeing people just leaving the stable and coming back. So a couple of the horses want to join in. And what you have done is created a small army of horses just riding with you. Is it controlled? No. But you have a small army of horses riding with you.
I imagine that what happens is that as Oliver is just finished buckling in the Shetland pony and getting in, and everybody sits down and turns head as I yell, "Yeehaw!" and ride past the car onto the highway. And I'm going this way.
I'm terrified about what this will cause, but there is now a small cavalcade of horses leading the car. This can only lead to more chaos later. I'm sure of it.
Totally fine with this.
Jake, do you have anything you would like to do for the day?
I think this is too much. this is enough for the day. They have a small pony in the car. Shane's going buck wild. And they have a caravan. They are herding horses. So naturally, just like Garth Brooks has to be playing right now. Like it's got to be true Garth Brooks music just blasting out of this expedition.
I think I'm going to roll just to see how many Garth Brooks records you have. 5 Garth Brooks records and 1 Chris Gaines.
Oh, wow.
Oh, Jake picks that one up and just, oops, it slipped as it flies out the window.
I was like, my Chris Gaines record. Oh. Guys, that was a long play.
Can you roll down the window so Shane can have some background music?
Yeah,
his ride.
The windows are okay. The windows are down for sure. The sunroof is open. Absolutely. This is to like emphasize Shane's ride. Shane's last ride.
Kira is doing a live stream of it.
Oliver takes a picture of himself and Keith and tags and posts it on Twitter. And it says, hashtag tiny pony, hashtag too cute, hashtag two cuties, hashtag end of the world. And you put a little filter on it so that the horse has a little pair of shades.
I love Keith.
Keith already has their own Instagram, already have an Instagram account. It already has like 2,000 followers.
In the beautiful cavalcade of madness that's been happening, I think we're gonna move a little bit further on to not to the next day, but I think we've reached the outskirts of the city. So if you would like to have any sort of city events to lead into tomorrow, this would be a great time for people to do that. The horses have been following with you. You have been stopping to make sure they are well fed and cared for.
I immediately go to Central Park to gather more horses.
The legend is true. There's just horses everywhere in Central Park.
Actually, there is.
Yeah,
there are so many horses.
Wait. There's wild horses in Central Park?
No, the
No,
police
just all-
horses.
Yeah, the police horses, the carriage horses.
And the
there are,
carriage
a bunch of
horses.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
I'm setting them all loose and I'm bringing them with me.
I think Shane just got a new goal in life. Free all of the horses.
I never knew this would be what it was, but this is what it is.
Yeah, bro, you should have like joined Greenpeace or something.
Yeah, hindsight's 2020, Jake. But this is how I'm going out.
You know what else is 2020? Last year.
Nice one.
I know, I just really wanted to say that joke, guys. I'm sorry. I really wanted to say that joke.
Everyone just kind of stops for a moment, like, shit. You're right.
what Oliver is going to do though is he's going to grab one of the horses and say, guys, I'll meet you back at the apartment. There's something I got to do while I'm here. Something very important. And he like heads over to a horse and he hops in the back of it, looks over his shoulders. Don't worry, I'll be there for the sunset. And he like trots off down the street, like.
This is the moment we learn that Oliver definitely knows how to ride horses. Like
He actually doesn't. He actually does know how to ride a horse. It's like his parents took him to all like those took him to all those horse parties when he was a kid. Secretly, actually, Oliver's a huge horse kid. Like he had a bunch of sticker books and everything full of horses. He had a bunch of like horse jumping trophies. He's actually he's a straight up horse kid.
Yeah.
And he takes his horse and he rides down the street for a block, hops off. You can just see him. You just see him walk across the street on this horse. He gets off, walks into a bodega, and he grabs a beer from the bodega. But this is very specific beer that he's buying. When he gets the beer, he gets back on the horse, walks the horse back over to you guys. Like you see him just like get back on the horse, walk over, and he hops off the horse like, guys, I'm back. I had to go on I went on a journey that was very soul searching and had to find an object that meant a lot to me as we approached the last couple of days on this planet. And here, he opens up the bag and he pulls out 4 cans of beer. You guys recognize this as some basic Punky's Green Ribbon beer. And but it's like it's just basically cheap generic beer. There's nothing really special about it. But he's like, this is the same kind of beer we had when we first moved in with each other. So I figured,
Like
sentimental stuff.
Yeah, really sentimental, bro.
Yeah, I had to go to this store right here to get it because I don't like the ones from over there. And he points to like the other store that's like right across the street that has a sign for Punky's Green Ribbon beer.
Wait, do we have to shotgun these ones?
Yeah, you do.
I always get it all over me. Okay.
Okay, you don't have to shotgun if you want to. I was gonna shotgun mine.
I shotgun mine on top of the horse. I have not dismounted. I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to get back up again, so I will stay on the horse.
See, Shane is all about it. And Oliver shotguns his beer. Looks over at Jake. Well, Jake, you gonna shotgun or are you gonna drink beer like a careful person who's always worried about everything in life, or are you gonna shotgun this beer like with someone who has throwing caution to the wind the last couple of days of this planet?
You hear Kira's can crack and she shotguns hers.
I just want to be here for you, Oliver, in whatever way that means, my good bro. And he just like very calmly just shotguns it and just smashes the can against his meaty forehead like a good firefighter does. There's like a little mark, where the cap was.
He's like, I'm very proud of you, Jake, for giving in to your wild side this past couple of days.
Kira tries to crush her can
No,
and just hits it on her head.
No.
What? How do you do that?
No.
She's got a giant circle.
My 20s. Did it in my 20s. Oh, dude, that.
Yeah, you gotta have a lot of practice with that.
think there's just skills that I'm just not gonna have.
I mean, we could like practice. Do you have more, Oliver?
Hold on, let me go get some more. And he hops on the
All right.
horse, rides
Okay.
across the street, hops off, goes to the store, grabs some more, hops back on the horse, rides across the street, and hops off. And it now has like a big 12-pack of beer and passes them all around.
Let's do it. So Kira, like the trick is to kind of pre-crush it a little bit. You gotta like dent the sides just a little bit, all right? Do that as you're crushing it against your forehead, and make sure it's on like the flat part of your forehead, because whoa, it's bad news if you do it anywhere else.
Poor precious Kira tries it with an unopened can.
Roll a
Oh,
d6.
no.
Let's
I
see how
hope
this
you get a
goes.
6. I really hope you get
Oh.
a 6.
One.
Oh
You said it was unopened, correct? Kira,
She just takes the full thing and just goes whack.
Kira, you hit the ground pretty fast. You have gained something new from this trip, which is a nice like circle mark just right on your head. I will say it cracked a little, but you're down for the count for a little. You have a headache.
It's just
There's
like
just
not
beer
super-
everywhere.
Like it's spinning on the ground just due to like it only broke a little, so it's all pressure now.
Oh my gosh. Like Oliver is just like standing there staring at this. Like, I feel like I should have said something. I really feel like I should have said something, but I was expecting someone else to say something because I'm not responsible at all. So I was kind of expecting Jake to maybe say something. Maybe Shane. More so Jake, actually, more so out of all three of us here. I was expecting Jake to say something.
I feel like Jake was like about to, like was like looking down to explain, like, all right, so like you gotta so he didn't even have the chance to notice and you just cracked yourself in the head. Oh, and he's totally down there though, like just scooping her up, like, yo, do that, bro. What's up?
I think like Oliver
Dude.
just like non-postly watched it all happen, just like, oh, yep, there she goes.
You are still awake, Kira. Just you're seeing little like cartoon beers just around your head.
they are tweeting though.
Oh my gosh. I didn't know beers could use social media.
Okay. I
Tweeting
think
like the sound of birds.
no, they're tweeting.
Oh my gosh, my face hurts so much from laughing. Oh my gosh.
I just realized that I made her really dumb, and it's okay. She's lovable, right?
I
love her so
love
much.
her.
I want to protect Kira so much.
New goal, everybody. We
She
find a
tries.
rocket ship and we put Kira on it and we save her. We just send her to space.
We hijack Bezos'
We need-
rocket because you know he has it.
We need Dwayne. Dwayne needs to come back and Dwayne, if there's
Dwayne the
one,
Immortal.
bro, if there's one, it's Kira.
We'll see.
Oh gosh.
Shane, are you ready to be the Great Central Park Liberator?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
So-
I was born for this.
Yeah, I will say the police have absolutely dwindled in the like last year. Some people have had time to get their lives together, maybe change their views on things, maybe just retire. but there are still a couple of mounted officers, and there's a decent amount of horses.
Yeah. Well, I approach with my pre-existing army of horses, and I bring them up to the police in a trot, and I say, I cannot possibly fathom why you are still cops. But those horses over there are no longer cops. And I try to maintain the most intimidating voice that I've ever had in my life. I am still drinking a beer. The horses retire from the police force today.
I think imagine like the most like flat top, like Buzz flat top sunglasses cop, just sort of looking at you like, "You all right, buddy?" You like just sort of like just putting their hand like in your faces, make sure you can like follow along. Are you good?
Yeah, I'm great. I have a horse army. Are
Where'd you
you
get that
good?
horse
You're a
army?
cop on the last day of the world's existence.
Someone's got to respect me somehow.
Ooh. You're gonna maybe be disappointed because it's not me and it's not these horses.
Give me a role to do horse liberation.
Okay. Oh God, please. This one. This one. Six. A six. A six. A six. A six.
Okay. I think a few things happen. There's sort of a small standoff of like there's like maybe three mounted officers just sort of looking at you with bemused like confusion while there is a semicircle of horses surrounding them. And I think like you even hear a couple of kids just like whispering like, "Oh yeah, that's the horse liberator. I heard about them on Twitter." Um the horse news gets out. These are horse kids.
Thanks, Oliver.
Um and you just hear like a whinny and a neigh as they're like bucked off and like land into like a little pond. And these horses, before they return with your group, they sort of go run off in three separate directions. And it takes about 10 minutes. But they come back with more horses. And like even other animals on occasion for some reason. There's just like a small pack of like stray like dogs and cats also walking with them. You're building a small animal army at this point. But you have become the king of horses in Central Park.
All right. I look at the cops that are in the pond water, the Central Park pond water, which
That's
is,
nasty.
yeah, they don't look
That's
happy
really
about it.
nasty.
And I just say, you have like 24 hours to finally get a clue. Please consider getting one. And I will ride off with my horse and company.
I think it's important to note, as you said that, it was definitely a low angle camera. So like you see all you see is the silhouette of you saying that, but not your actual face. Um, that just needed to be known.
Yeah, thank you for that. Thank you.
Does anyone else have a scene for today?
Back in Jake's arm, Kira says, "Did I crush it?"
Yeah, Kira. You crushed it, Dudette.
Okay, good.
And he like takes the one that he had crushed and picks it up from the ground and just like holds it up. Yeah.
Truly a wonderful day. Do we We're coming up on the end of day 2. Where do you all want to have sort of the last scene of the day? We are getting real close to that dire end of the world time.
I feel like we gotta go to the Empire State Building. And does anybody want to like Spider-Man it.
Wait, what do you mean by Spider-Man? It?
Like climate?
Like shoot webs. And then like just swing from building to building.
Do you know how to do that, chick?
Nope.
Okay.
Do you know where to find a spider?
I think as you head towards the Empire State Building, you meet a man known as the Man Spider, legally distinct. He has been working on a patented invention to do this for quite some time. And in a bittersweet irony, he has perfected this technology 2 days before the world ends. The Man Spider just sort of looks at all of you. You've come to the right place. And you are given the equipment.
Nice. The first thing I do is I shoot web at Jake's face.
It's like an immediate.
First thing I do.
Website.
I just squirt web right at Jake's face. It's not even missing a beat. As soon as the first thing I do, sweet splat.
Oh, it sticks. Half of his beard is like just ripped off.
It worked. It works.
Should we do the other side so that your beard matches?
Nope. It's good.
He's about to do it.
You know, this is like a broette. It's just a new style I'm trying out.
For
It's the end of the world style.
Wait, what are you calling it?
Halfsies, no take backsies.
Takes a picture right now, pose with it, make it look real, make it work. He takes a picture of it, sends it out to all of his followers, and he titles it. He says, "Oh my God, here's the last trend you'll ever see before the world ends. The halfsies, half a beard. Welcome to the last day of this planet with an amazing beard like this." Sends it out, and he like looks at his watch, waits a couple of minutes, and then he shows Jake a TikTok. And already he just scrolls through all of these TikToks, and all of these TikToks are people doing the halvesies beard challenge. That's for you, buddy.
I take the bit of web goop that has the other half of Jake's beard attached to it, and I stick it to my face so I can finally have a decent beard at the end of the world. Finally.
Shane, like, live your fucking dream, Shane.
Thank you.
Shane,
Thank you.
like Defo Homo, you're hot.
Thank you.
Yeah.
No, yeah, all the homo.
Yeah, all homo.
All homo.
Defo Homo. We going swinging, bros, in broette? Let's be reckless, right? It's the end of the world.
I am going to stay on the horse, but I'm going to follow
Swing
you.
with the horse.
No. I'm going to stay on the ground,
Spider horse, though.
and I'm going to ride.
A spider horse.
I'm going to ride, but I'm going to follow you wherever you're swinging. See if I can keep up.
All right. Everyone give me a roll. I just want to see something.
I got a 5.
I'm so scared. I haven't rolled it all yet.
What is it?
What'd you get?
Okay. So we have a complicated 2 successes and an uh-oh. Important question. Oliver, Kira, were you swinging?
Yes.
I think what happens then is the 3 of you all start swinging at the same time. Shane, you are trying your best to keep up in sort of, are you filming? Or are you just sort of just keeping track, enjoying?
I'm just kind of trying to keep up from down below, like following where they're going, testing my horse riding skills.
I think with it being 3 people, it's hard for you to keep track with everyone, and lose you sort of lose the thread a little bit with Oliver. Kira, you're doing great. Somehow, despite having a head injury not too long ago, you are truly one in your element here.
She's very dexterous. Not the smartest. Not very strong. Dexterous.
Jake, sweet Jake.
Oh, Jake.
As you begin to swing, it's a lot. It's a very complicated maneuver. And you do good for a second, but you're very much overthinking it. You don't get the rhythm. And you try and you just miss completely. And as you're beginning to fall, the man spider swoops and grabs you and says, everybody gets 1. And now it's kind of like when you parachute and you have someone attached to you, because you're able to swing, but it's going to be the man spider doing the majority of the swinging while you're just sort of hanging out like you're in a baby Bjorn. So you're not doing it yourself, but you're still getting an amazing view of the city.
We'll take it. Beggars can't be choosers.
And I think that is a weird but wonderful place to end day 2. So we are at the dawn of the 3rd day. Sunlight happens as it normally does. Does the order of how people get up change at all?
Actually,
Yeah.
Oliver is up bright and early, like way before the sun rises. And they are making breakfast. Keith is in the kitchen. Like just wearing a little chef's hat. They're not doing anything, they're just standing in the kitchen. But Oliver is making breakfast, making a nice hearty breakfast for everyone right now.
Did we make it home already? Are we still out?
I think you're almost home. I think everyone got thrown off from shenanigans.
Yeah.
But
think
home is easy to get to.
Yeah, I think like I would try to get there to the earliest part of the 3rd day.
Okay.
When we arrive at the apartment, our Shetland pony can come upstairs, but I have a moment with the horse army before I go inside. I say, you can't come in. I'm sorry. You won't fit. And the elevator barely works as it is. But that's fine. This is all of our last day, including you. And this city out there, it's yours now. And I slap one of the horses and send them running through the streets of New York City.
As like you do that, you watch those horses run away. Oliver is like right next to you, watches you do this and goes, there's probably like a 90% chance that all the animals on this planet will survive. And all the humans will die.
I don't know, man. I'd like to imagine that, but I think they need the sun too.
We'll view it like this. If they do survive, they're gonna remember you as
Cool.
the liberator. So I don't know. You probably might be their god or something, or like some kind of messiah in the human lists of society that we live in.
If they develop sentience, that'll be really great.
Horses have sentience.
I like that.
Wait, horses totally have sentience. Don't worry. He pats him on the back and heads inside.
Carrying a Shetland pony.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, we can open on one last group morning scene or one last group scene. Everyone gets one individual character scene, and then we can start rolling to the end game stuff. So, if anyone has an idea for leading a group scene, go ahead.
As we all get to the apartment, Kira unlocks the door because it probably was locked when we left. And we wouldn't want anybody to let the cat out. I unlock the door and open it and see a fuzzy white cat peeking around the corner. I see, Snowball, you're still alive. Are you gonna run and tell the horses what to do now? As I like pick up the cat and start cuddling it.
I look at my tiny Shetland. I'm like, all right, Keith, this is your brother Snow. This is your sibling Snowball. Snowball, this is Keith. This is your new sibling. You will love each other.
Like holding the cat so the cat
I'm
can meet the
holding
pony.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So you two be siblings and be nice to each other. He sets Keith down.
I try to put the cat on top of the pony.
Keith like totally lets Keith's chill. Keith is the best.
Okay, good. Now you're friends. So I know we didn't do the dishes and it was my turn on the chore chart, but do we think that we can just kind of skip them for, the rest of our existence?
I hesitantly look at Jake to read the room.
Jake looks over to the chore chart where there's like a bunch of gold stars under Kira's name and a couple of stars under Shane's name and like 1 star under Oliver's name.
Still writing off that 1 star.
Yeah, I still got that 1 star, buddy. I think if it's a collective decision that our time together is better spent than doing the dishes. And he kind of like walks over to the dishes and he picks up a mug. Fuck it. And just smashes it on the ground.
Woo!
Whoa!
Immediately join in.
Oh, like just grabs it,
dishes,
just throws it.
right?
Yeah,
It's everything. Just
Everyone.
fucking break it.
Yep.
Just smash it. Just get it all out, right?
Consider yourself.
You're never gonna do this again.
Breaks a plate, breaks another plate. Best day ever right now.
Yeah, I think our last group activity is smashing all of the dishes that we have in the
Yeah.
house.
The day just began. I just wanted that to be clear. You will still maybe be hungry later. I wanted to bring that up.
We'll
Break
find
your-
a way. We got napkins.
We don't need dishes. We die like men.
Yeah.
Eating out of our
Scott
bare
intended.
hands.
Eating off of paper towels and napkins, just like our
Hope
forefathers.
nobody wants cereal.
No,
You
just
pour
like-
the milk directly into your mouth after you shovel a
Yes.
spoonful of cereal in there.
And then you shake it up to mix it. That's how you make chocolate milk.
That's how you make chocolate milk, yeah.
Terrifying. All right. Who wants to have the sort of first, or the first last big scene of the day?
And just to clarify, Dare, this is our last scene, but not our last monologue
Yes.
event, right?
Yes.
Okay.
This is before the 8 minutes. So
Okay.
this is still the extended scenes.
Cool. Thank you.
Kira will essentially go around the house and say goodbye to everything. literally like, goodbye, couch. I really liked sitting on you when I was reading. And she would go over to like the litter box and be like, goodbye, litter box. I hated scooping you. And then she would go to the washing machine and be like, hi, washing machine. Bye, washing machine. And continue.
I love her so much.
Meanwhile, holding her cat the whole time. That thing is like her baby.
For the last couple of hours of this day, well, for the morning, Oliver goes into his room and he will set up his last live stream of the day of ever on the internet, of like the last existence of the other internet, and he decides to stream for a couple of hours, the last stream ever on the internet. And he has a pretty good one. Gets all them bits and all them good followers, and they even have like a countdown of the last 4 hours of his stream. He has guests come in and everything, and they even do like this big timed raid on every single channel, raids each other at the same exact time. And it was at that moment, on those couple of hours on the internet, there was no discourse on the internet. Everyone was just there supporting each other in those last couple of hours on the internet.
I am in Oliver's chat from the corner of his room on my phone, just trying to make up fake end of the world discourse.
Like, what do you think even happens? Just that.
Yeah. The sun's
One
being
point.
real problematic these days. Hashtag canceled.
Cancel the sun.
Well, actually, if we all wore enough sunblock, we'll be fine. Oh gosh.
Jake, how are you spending your time?
Doing what makes Jake feel good and normal. It's cleaning up the mess that they had made earlier this morning. Just sweeping it up, putting it in the waste bin, taking the trash out, cleaning down the kitchen, cleaning the sink, putting a little star next to his name because he did all that. Yeah, he's just cleaning.
At one point, Kira comes by. Goodbye, trash can. You're full of trash.
Sick burn, Kira.
Thanks. Oh, don't forget to start the rumor that there are fake lesbians.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I run back into Oliver's room.
I think at this point, you hear a knock on the door. And it's just a couple of your neighbors. And it's like, I checked in the stream, and like, first off, good stream, but also we're doing like a little block party upstairs on the roof. Don't know if y'all want to like check it out. Like, you don't have to, no pressure, but we do have like food and everything, a lot of variety, vegan, non-vegan, whatever you need.
Can I bring my cat?
Oh, of course, no. Pets are welcome. I mean, there is a small congregation of horses like through the streets right now, so like, yeah, I think the animal rule is totally fine.
You hear that, Snowball? You're invited too.
And yeah, what you see upstairs is in like these very intricately made, but also very weird to see because you did not notice them when you got it. Bridges made connecting a bunch of the various apartment buildings to each other. These have been very painstakingly and lovingly made over the last year. And you see couches brought up to the various roofs, projectors. It is just a full several building block party. There are railings and stuff to keep people on so they can walk through safely, but people are just having a nice time.
Wow. Pretty amazing when the community comes together and does stuff like this.
Yeah, it really sucks that it took the end of the world for people to do stuff.
Well, it takes like big kind of global events like this to really put a shock to one's mortality and make them shock them into the realization that sometimes to put aside our differences and just walk under one banner and be happy and just respect each other.
You're thinking about making a video essay right now, aren't you, Oliver?
I am.
I get us all a round of drinks and whatever's going around.
There's a couple of PGRs definitely going through. And yeah, like I said, there's food, there's drink, there's many animals. I believe, Shane, you've absolutely been getting messages of people letting you know, hey, I totally like liberated a zoo because of you. And you are getting like just raw camera footage of like various animals being let out of zoos to enjoy like the last few days of the earth. And if everyone's ready, we can go into the last 8 minutes if people are feeling up for it.
Yeah, I kind of do feel ready.
Yeah.
All right. Let me read off the sort of little thing I wrote. It's been called all over the news. Scientists have confirmed the sun has exploded. Take 8 minutes for the world to end. Everyone gets one last vignette. Everyone can have as much time as they need. Then I will end on a monologue. So, does anyone want to go first? What is sort of the moment that will be frozen in time for you?
Those last 8 minutes, if they're on the roof, he will spend those last 8 minutes live streaming those last 8 minutes, but like it's just him sitting on the edge of the roof, right? And the camera's like facing him, and it's just him giving this long monologue, just talking about what his life was like and how much he appreciates the people in his life, how much he appreciates everyone in his life, and how much he appreciates the friends and family in his life. And he shows like he turns the camera to his roommates while they're doing like it's like a candid thing, so they see them like in their natural states, and he talks about each one of them. And he talks about how Jake, even though Jake is a bit of a stickler to chores, there's someone you can always rely on. How Kira is legit the most wholesome, sweetest person in the world, and how Shane tries hard, but they may try too hard to be cool, but they are actually really cool. They don't realize it. And he ends like the live stream with a sentimental quote of like on the last few seconds of this planet, if you dealt it, own up to it. And that's how he ends his live stream.
Kira, noticing that his live stream is ending, just kind of turns to everybody and was like, hey, I know that like we don't always get along all the way, but I just really wanted to say that I'm really happy that I got to spend so much time with such great people, because you're all really great in your own ways, and I adore you all. Especially you, Snowball.
Snowball was the best of us.
I think Jake's gonna spend his last few minutes just kind of going around and hugging everybody. Kira, Oliver, Shane, and then as Oliver's ending his stream, just kind of like swings his leg over the edge and sits on the ledge with him. Hands him a PGR.
Thanks, buddy. Takes a long sip of it. It's like the sun is farting and we're just caught in a blast radius.
Yeah, this is gonna be pretty instant. What a way to go, bro. What a way to go.
Yep.
How'd you think you were gonna
Sun
die?
How?
Yeah. I mean, we know how we're gonna die, but like how did you think you were gonna die?
I don't know. Probably doing what I was always doing. Living my life, enjoying it. I mean, how about you? Did you think you were gonna end it all watching the sun explode?
Oh no. No, I was gonna have a heart attack. For sure. Like it's statistically probable that I would die from a heart attack because of the job that I work.
He like Oliver sits and thinks about this a second. He's like, no, you're absolutely right. No, it's just to say that firefighters and EMT workers are most likely either to die in the line of duty or a stress-related heart, result activity.
Yeah. So this is probably better, honestly.
Yeah.
It's probably better.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Take that, statistics, and he chugs his beer and throws it over the ledge.
Mira sits next to you and says, "Oh, we're throwing beer now," and chucks one.
Is it
All right,
open?
Did we
Kira?
watch it smash against the brick wall of the building across the way and explode because it was still full?
Yeah, I was just about to ask that.
Never change, Kira. Never change, bro.
Don't worry, I don't have any time to.
I love her so much.
I come up to you after I hear the beer can smash and explode against the wall, and I say, "Hey guys, I know that like the roof is probably real pretty and stuff. Do you mind if we go back into the apartment for the last few minutes?"
Sure. Did you want to smash more plates?
Actually, no. I kind of had something special planned, if you don't mind.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, whatever you want, bro.
I go back down into the apartment, and I have everyone sit down, and I just say, "Look, this is weird. We knew it was coming, but it's still weird. But I'm not great with the words, but I want you to know that you all are the only people I'd really want to be here with at the end of everything anyway. And it just feels right to be in our home at that crucial time. And I know we only have a few minutes left, and this might sound...
werewolf. Got it.
I wish, Oliver, I wish. But no, but I did get you all something, a little last present for the end of the world. Could you all look under your seats, please? you look under your seats. You've all been iced. And and I, I reach behind me and get one for myself. And I take a knee. I said, "Will you all join me?"
Oh my god, I fucking hate you so,
No, I'm thinking a heart attack would have been better.
so much, Super Dylan. You're so lucky we're good friends. If we weren't friends, I would end our friendship right there on this stream,
Don't-
live in front of all
The friendship's
internet.
ending. The friendship's ending right now.
Live in front of the internet, I would have ended our friendship right there.
Well, drink your drink first. then you can end our friendship. And I'll start.
I didn't drink the drink. Oh my gosh.
For anybody in the chat, being iced is when someone hides a lukewarm Smirnoff ice for you to find, and when you find it, you have to take a knee and drink it. It is disgusting. It's horrible.
It's disgusting.
Villainous. Oh my. Is that how we're doing this?
Yeah.
That's how we're doing it.
Yes.
Beautiful.
We
No
all
other way.
die while we're drinking warm Smirnoff ice.
Okay, I will take us into a final monologue then. I think we will cut back to the mountains first and sort of see the impact you've all left on the world around you. Whether that's the cabin you all left, a few items left behind, nothing major. Going to an abandoned, knocked over telephone pole as a couple of teens are just sort of sitting relaxing in the truck bed, just waiting for the sun to do its thing. You cut to a McDonald's, I forget the actual name.
Mickey Daniels.
Oh, Mickey Daniels. As you see just a bored 22-year-old smoking and just has the biggest possible cup of nothing but Frosty. And just sort of slowly drinking it. Just sort of relaxed and waiting. You pass the medieval times inn. Now horseless. Stew just quietly still being made. You see truly a small army of wildlife overtaking the city. Just sort of enjoying freedom that they have not had. Then we go to an apartment. You see a cat, a horse, 4 friends taking a knee, chugging terrible Smirnoff ices. And then you see a flash of light. And in the moment, it feels terrifying. But as you look around, you can see each other's faces. The sort of begrudging smile as the last thing you all do together is drink a Smirnoff ice. But in that moment, you feel warm and you feel loved. And ultimately, you feel okay because this is happening with friends and you're doing this all together. And that is what happens when the sun dies. I would like to thank all 4 of you. This was a wonderful time.
It was as warm as the Smirnoff ices we drank.
I'm so glad the tears this time were from laughing.
Yes.
Truly the silliest end of the world I've experienced. Thank you.
I want to say this game is amazing. I could see myself playing this game with every different friend group that I have and having it be different in every single way, every time. Please go and get yourself a copy of this game. It's in the chat there. And I just want to say thank you to all of you for doing this with me. I have to say, I laughed so hard. This was so beautiful and seamless. And I feel like if I was stuck with all of you at the end of the world, it would not be a bad day at all. It would be a beautiful day. You're all beautiful human beings. Thank you, Dare, for writing this game. You are a delight. Your games are so beautiful. Please check all of her games out. I'm going to drop her links down again in the chat. You follow, please. And I would love it if everyone would just really quick tell everybody in the chat what is coming from you next so that they know what to look out for. We'll do a little popcorn again. I'm going to send it to Wally first.
What's up, y'all? It's me, Wally. You can find me on the internet at WALLE132, like a cute little Disney robot. What do I have coming up? Coming up, it's almost done. The 1.0, I want to call it, I guess. 1.0 of my Warlock Patron of the Beast is in 1.0 edition, which means I don't have art or very specific layout, but I am considering posting it up anyway in DM's Guild just to gain if like a response to it, see if people like it. And if people really like it, I will do a 2.0 with a nice, lovely layout and art. But I need money to pay for artists. So after I will be posting this supplement, it will be paid probably like $2, but still every little $2 counts towards, you get cool art for it and you get cool, nice, shiny layout that isn't just like, a Word document outline with text. So, hey, keep a lookout for it. It'll probably be up by the end of this week. So check that out. That's all I got going for me right now. Oh, I guess I'll pass it over to, I'm gonna pass it over to Aris. Take it away.
Thanks, Wally. Hi, I'm Eris Savad, pronouns are she, her. I make things like jewelry and TTRPG accessories, all sorts of stuff. You can find the things that I make at erisavad.com. Right now, there's 30% off in my store. And if you use the code FREESHIP100, you can get free shipping on orders of $100 or more. And it'll go out like tomorrow. So there's that. Yeah, you can find me hanging out with Gnome and sometimes Wally Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays at about 9 a.m. Eastern time on Gnome's channel, where we wake up and have coffee and talk shit. We'll probably be talking about this game because this was a lot of fun. Thank you. Thank you so much, Dara, for writing this and for leading us through this game. It was great. Since I just talked about Dare, how about you? Where can we find you?
Perfect. Hi, I'm Dare. I made this. If you like what I do, you can check me out on Twitter, TikTok at NBDare. That is ENBYDARE. I also write games. This is When the Sun Dies is one of my many little babies. I've written 4 games. I'd recommend checking me out on nbdare.itch.io. I also have another one about what happens after the world ends called Walking in Twilight, which I also need to run at some point. But yeah, in terms of stuff, I'm going to be on RF Chaos playing Masks on Saturday. I'm going to be on TTRPG playing some more D&D Saturday. I have a really fun announcement coming this week two really fun announcements coming this week. One of them is something I've been really excited waiting to talk about for a while. So please keep your eyes peeled for that one. And yeah, that's, I think, everything I'm doing. So I'm going to popcorn it over to Gnome.
Sup, everybody. My name's Gnome. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at Nomedic. I do a bunch of stuff, but I'm just going to take the time to say thanks. Thanks, Dare, for making this, for running this. This was super fun. If the world were to end literally right now, I'd be pretty content with dying with all of you. So y'all are awesome. Diana?
Hello. Hi. Yeah, I'm Diana or Dylan or Super Dylan. Any of those combinations work, and you're already here. So stay here if you want. I am a tabletop creator and also a variety streamer. The variety being different kinds of Dragon Age. So if you, speaking of which, the next thing coming up on this channel is Dragon Age Day. We're raising money for the Able Gamers charity on December 4th. Here, 8 p.m., we're going to be playing the Dragon Age tabletop RPG set in the post-Trespasser universe that I made up in my fan fiction that none of you are allowed to read. But we are going to play in it this weekend. So I'm very excited about that. Yeah, that's it. I think right now, let's see who we're going to go send a little raid to. I love a good raid. Who's going? Let me see what's going on over here. Let's send a raid over to Critical Misses. Misses. If you have emotes in this chat, Gabe dropped a bunch of gift subs earlier, so if you do have them, drop those raid unicorns when we get in there, and send them some love and support and all of that good stuff. And please go follow all these wonderful people on the screen here, because they're all wonderful and lovely, and I'm repeating myself, so it's time to go. Ha 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 ha.